Good morning. Today's travel coffee is the city of Bordeaux, France. It is probably one of the most pleasant surprises I've ever had on travel. We toured Bordeaux coming in from a cruise ship in 2018 as part of a Atlantic and or English Channel Atlantic and Mediterranean cruise. And I would offer, much like with Stockholm and with Rio de Janeiro, Bordeaux is definitely a location that you will get added value by coming from sea to come see it. It is at the end of a long estuary, and only certain times of the day will they allow a ship in. As you're going upriver, it's got to be high tide, so that you come under this big suspension bridge, and then there's further more upriver a drawbridge that they raise at high tide and they lower at low tide, so they don't allow traffic to come and go from the city. The city's a throwback. The whole waterfront along the riverfront is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it has a big plaza and promenade along it, a great classic downtown, very walkable, great food, and of course, great wine. Um, I'd been to Napa, and Bordeaux rivaled Napa in its vastness and recognition of the wine industry. The difference is Bordeaux's been doing it a lot longer. So as you're coming upriver, you see each chateau, each winery on the right bank has their own signage. It's a magnificent castle and vast green expanse up from the riverbank. Just a beautiful, serene setting. And this is before you ever get to the wine regions and enjoy the wine. And you will do that, whether you like your heavier reds on the right bank, which are more cab, or your milder reds, medium bodied reds that are more on the left bank, which are more percentage of merlot. I mean, they've got it down to a science. The difference is in France, they don't try to force the wine quality. They kind of let the weather determine. And so you always hear about the terroir. Well, in Europe, it's c'est la vie. If it's a dry summer or a very wet summer, the grapes are going to respond to the weather and the characteristics of that season. That's why you always hear in Europe it was a good year or it wasn't a good year because it really did determine the quality of the wine. If you're ever going to Bordeaux, I've got great travel partners that will hook you up with a wonderful experience there. I would recommend you go, even if you're not into wine. There's a lot of history in the region. Has a big British influence. So a lot of the French and Portuguese coasts had British Navy connections. Um, and of course, there's a little bit of Nazi Germany influence there too, because that portion of France was under Nazi control during the portion of occupied France during World War II. And so the remnants of the U-boat base is still there. They obviously don't use it for U-boats anymore, but it was a seaport for warfaring vessels as well. I do recommend a trip to Bordeaux. I'd love to hear if you are going. I'd love to talk about it. It's a beautiful, pleasant city with great food, great wine, great tourism, great attractions, and welcoming people. And if you or anyone you know ever has any commercial real estate needs, do hit me up. We'd love to help you. As you can tell, we do and we will travel. Take care.